we've done very little, like, actual prep for this one.
Very little, yes.
Very little.
Because we're just so perfect.
Because we're perfect. Me.
Especially you.
Upright. Especially you. What are you talking about? Upright and fancy. Upright and fancy. Upright and fancy. Upright and fancy. Starring
Carra.
and Chris.
The real star.
Ooh. Did you hear the smack at the end?
I sure did. Whip. I liked it.
That's one of my favorite sounds. My friend Erica used to be like, teach me how to make that sound. She'd be like, kapsh, and I'm, or ka-ch, or something. And I'm like, I think there's a P in there. I'd be like, I really, I was trying to tutorial her.
I mean, sometimes you just really want to make sounds that you really can't make. Like, for a very long time, I so badly just spent my whole life wanting to make that reggae horn sound, like, and
you mean like the dance one that Amy Schumer did?
Yeah.
One? Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
I mean, it's just such a good sound.
It really is.
You get to a party, or, who am I getting? A small social gathering.
These days.
These days. We old, but we fancy.
But we fancy.
And our friends love us. They love they love the reggae horn fail attempts. I
feel like the fail's even better though, probably. I think it's great.
And my friend EP was like, just believe in yourself, Carra. And my other friend was like, but your mouth is not shaped like a horn. Like, you can't be expected to make that sound.
Yeah. People can make weird duck sounds even though their mouths are made of,
That's
your,
true.
Your mouth is a weird
My mouth?
thing. Not yours specifically.
My mouth has a weird thing.
I mean, your specific mouth is a weird shape. I don't know. No, but you can probably
it's
make.
True.
You can probably
I should just believe in myself.
I think you should.
I mean, I also
make those horn sounds.
Make those horn sounds. I'm very good at failing in a very humorous way. That's my preferred method of failure.
Yeah, I get that.
But one thing that I really want to do, but I can't do, is make that Megan Thee Stallion sound, that no one can do it like she can, especially not this white bitch. And so, but all the time, I just want to make her cute little, but I'm
so old and white because I don't know that. I don't know that sound. I know Megan Thee Stallion, but I don't know that sound.
Well,
the only sound like that is the Alyssa Edwards tongue pop that I can't do either, which is I think a genetic DNA thing.
That is.
I think you either can.
That's out of your hands.
Yeah. I can do
Yeah, there you go.
It didn't even to me.
It didn't even Yeah.
Do you think that that's a DNA thing too? I think that's a 23andMe this.
Being able to roll your tongue. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you touch your tongue to your nose?
No.
I can't. That's upright and fancy.
I used to be able to. Wait, I still might be able to. Is this weird to do this on camera?
Please do. Wait, can you do it in not stretchy pants?
They're stretchy-ish.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. For the people listening,
that'll be the picture. That'll be the
picture. Leg fully behind the head, behind the neck. So anyway, he's taken, unfortunately.
It used to be a good party trick, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Not potty trick, but party trick. I didn't mean for that to sound the way it did.
I don't think it sounded that way.
Maybe I just thought it would.
You keep your potty tricks to yourself. This is a family show.
What's the fun of having a potty trick without being able to share it?
It's true. When I was a little kid, I had a speech impediment. And every time I said party, I said potty.
Huh. I had a speech impediment as well. Which just thought about.
Much in common.
I know. We're both from Alabama, and Germany, and Panama, whatever. So no, I had a speech impediment as well. I had a really hardcore lisp.
Ooh, I had tongue thrust issues. Ooh. It was really what it was called.
Is that an actual like medical term? Tongue thrush issues?
Thrust
issues?
Thrush is a different kind of medical.
Thrush is sort of like a yeasty.
Yes, it is a
thing, right?
yeast of the mouth.
Yeah,
but
that's not
thankfully that was not that my deal. I was just I sucked my
Tongue
thumb.
thrust.
Yes, I sucked my thumb so much that my teeth grew around my thumb.
I've heard of, okay.
And then the way that your front teeth are supposed to catch your tongue, they didn't. Yeah. And so I was a lot of like, I remember there's a old video of me being like, we're going on a hayride in the desert.
No!
My name
How
is Carra.
cute. No!
It was fairly cute, but
I mean,
it
it's
definitely...
cute as a kid, but it's definitely not cute. You don't want to go through your life with it.
It would, yeah. I did get, the best thing about it was I got out of class to go to it. Like the speech therapist came and got me out of class, and like, you know, that was really the best part of it.
That was always the best part of it. I don't know if I got out of class for mine. I think I was pretty young, but I had a really bad lisp. I said all my eth and teeth and elv.
Was it just like your faggotry was just
yes,
so...
it was just too strong.
It was just too strong.
It was strong with this one. Yes, no, it was. It really was though. It for sure was strong with this one. Like I came out with jazz hands. Yeah,
what a
hardcore.
gift you are to this world.
I mean, I don't know, but
I know. I mean, so this is really our check-in time, which we are
time to check in. Okay.
I think everyone that is watching knows now that we are Chris and Carra, and that this is our third episode, y'all.
Episode 3? What is 33?
I love this.
Me too.
And I'm so happy about it.
Me too. I am too. Here, cheers to you.
Cheers. Mm-hmm. And also, you know, we're recording these not quite when we're releasing them, so no dates would make sense, but we are recording this around the time that Beyonce has given us the gift that is, oh my god, the drop of her 2 songs, including Texas Hold'em, and featuring Rhiannon Giddens, who I used to live in Greensboro, North Carolina.
I know that name. She had a solo career for a little while, didn't she?
Yes.
Because I think was she like 90s solo career?
No.
Okay, 2000s maybe?
Well, so... I think you're thinking of the wrong person, maybe.
Okay, probably. Okay. Her name sounds familiar, but it sounds familiar in a Lilith Fair kind of way, and that's probably not what it was.
I think that was a little bit before her time, maybe.
Okay.
She's a pioneer in Americana music, the black banjo music. She used to play in the Carolina Chocolate Drops. When I remember seeing a show,
great name. It's a great name,
and a great band. I remember seeing a show where just like she and Don Flemons from the Carolina Chocolate Drops, before they became that, were just like opening for this other little band I was seeing, and like this tiny little dive bar. Anyway, I saw her in Costco, made an ass of myself. I love this lady. She is amazing. And so as soon as I like clicked play on the track, it's like the manna came from heaven, and I clicked play. I just heard that like very clear like clawhammer banjo, and I was like, what the fuck have you done for us, Beyonce? Yeah. And then I find out really the next day that it's Rhiannon, and that's
amazing.
Yes.
What a fun little like worlds colliding moment for you.
Yes, and like my brain,
Costco, Beyonce.
I love it when the people I embarrass myself in front of at Costco suddenly play with Beyonce.
I mean. Now, go ahead. Sorry, finish. You finish first.
Go
ahead,
so much
finish
pressure.
First. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I don't even know. Basically, I was so dog fucking tired because I had taken Clover to this Lunar New Year festival that was like we had missed the big one in town with the big dragon dance, and because we were recording actually.
Okay.
And
sorry about that.
Sorry,
Clover.
And so I found out about this one at this Catholic school gymnasium that was like hosted by the Vietnamese community, and I said, okay, that'll be fun. And we get there, and the whole thing is in Vietnamese, and I am like, Clover and I are the only like unaccompanied white people, and
unaccompanied, like unkept for.
We did not have a Vietnamese chaperone.
Yeah,
and
you probably needed one.
I mean,
you probably could have used one.
It would have been helpful.
Yes.
But it was, there were all the things that were, like, a festival in a Catholic school gymnasium. The sound is going to be bad. It's going to be too loud. The
echoey.
Feedback.
Yeah.
She's got her headphones on. She's like hitting me when I talk to her because she's overstimulated, and then like the Asian people are judging me.
She's like, hold me now.
Yeah. And
hold me now.
And but she really wants to see this dragon dance. And then even when we were leaving, I was like, honey, I don't know what's next on the docket because everything's in Vietnamese, which is fair. This is their situation. But
Something's
I just
happening, I think, at 2:30.
I don't
know what it is exactly.
I don't know what else is happening. But I was like, do you want to go? You want to see more? And we start walking to the car. She's like, we'll see more. We'll see more.
What a cutie.
But so I was like, anyway, I did that by myself. I was tired. I was overstimulated. And then all of a sudden...
Dealing with her overstimulation as well, I'm sure.
Yes. And then all of a sudden, I get this news. I mean, I wasn't watching the Super Bowl.
You get the news about Beyonce?
Yes. I get the news about the Beyonce. And then, so this is just like, it's the first thing of like, 2 new songs. And you're like, what do these songs mean? This means that Renaissance Act 2 is a country album, which is what I thought. But it's like, and that also means because Beyonce is so deliberate with everything she does that there's so much stuff that we don't even know about yet.
She's also prolific AF.
Yes.
Like she's a worker bee.
Uh-huh.
And talented, and it all just flows out of her.
Yes.
Like madness.
And she keeps shit in the vault for so long. Like Mama Tina said that this is one of her favorite songs for years. And so, and like you think about all the collabs, you think about all the shit that like you don't know that has already, like it's already recorded, produced, ready to go.
Yeah.
And so like I just like was dog tired. I couldn't sleep. I was so excited. I was like, this is so much better than the shit that normally keeps me awake at night.
Yeah, right.
I'm actually like wide awake with wonder. Which is the opposite. Normally like wide awake with horror.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I mean, in this crazy world, I feel like it's spinning, but at least I know Beyonce has a plan.
Yeah. Yeah, like, right? Really... It's kind of like a guiding light. It's also, to me, it's almost like a, what is that, a clock thing? What is that called? That
clock thing?
That's on the ground, and it's a big thing, and it's the direction of
sundial.
The sundial. It's a sundial, yeah.
She's the sundial.
She's the sundial.
I mean, she'll tell you what time it is. That's for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like time happens where she wants it to be. Mm-hmm. So I love that too. So those 2 just came out. Is what you're saying. Okay.
16 carriages.
And it's also a harbinger.
Yes, of what's to come. Which is end of March. And like I'm so excited. Like I spent nobody really cares, but I spent such a long time obsessed with like early country music and like black country music and like the origins and like the origins of the banjo. I've wanted to play banjo so many times. I have a little banjolele at home. And
banjolele?
Do you know about these?
No, but I feel like that should be someone's drag name.
Could be mine.
Banjolele. Oh my god. Banjolele Jones.
Oh my god, and then I could be the big Vanjie, but Banjie.
Yeah, Banjolele.
Miss Banjie.
Hashtag Miss Banjie. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I need to get on it. So far I only kind of half learned one John Prine song on there. I have a lot of work to do. I get scared when it comes to playing music, too. And well, no, you don't.
I mean, not music, but I get scared when there's something like that to do.
Yeah,
something big to do.
But yeah. So anyway, banjolele, by the way, is a banjo ukulele hybrid. In case you couldn't put those two things together,
I could. It's a lovely combination. Mm-hmm. It's like there's a dog that's like a bulldog and a Shih Tzu. It's called bullshit.
Oh wow!
I'm just kidding. I don't know. That
dog would be born to die.
I mean,
like that would be like such
what a cute little bullshit. Is that a purebred bullshit?
Yeah, and then the dog would be like, this breathing situation is bullshit.
Oh yeah, okay.
We cannot.
Yeah.
And then it would pass away immediately.
Oh, sadness.
Sorry.
Way to bring it down.
I'm really good at that.
So my story that popped in my head when you said something about your friend was working with Beyonce. Toby and I went your friend from Costco. You know,
yeah. I mean, friend of a friend. I know people who legitimately know her.
Yeah, whatever. And you showed your ass at Costco. I mean, met her at Costco.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I've done that a couple times too, where I've been like, I did that to Amy Ray from the Indigo Girls.
Did you really?
I was at a coffee shop in Atlanta a long time ago, and I just was obsessed with the Indigo Girls.
This is really cute.
Obsessed when I was in college. And also,
I love this.
Both of them went to Emory, which was my college. And one of Emily's dad was a professor there and still was a professor there and was a huge fan of mine. Dr. Saliers was a huge fan of mine in No Strings Attached, my a cappella group.
Oh my God.
We killed it. I'm sorry.
Yes.
We killed it. So anyway, I was at a coffee shop that I don't think is there anymore. I can't really remember the name of it. It was a pretty popular one in the 90s. Cafe, oh shit, I almost had it.
Cafe Gay?
Probably Cafe Gay, but like pre-gay. Cafe Gay, you know. Cafe Gay. No, but so Amy Ray was there, and I kept seeing Emily Saliers, the blonde one, who was like her songs and stuff were I really jazzed with her songs. I kept seeing her at volleyball games. She'd come watch the girls volleyball varsity, and my friend Angela played for them. So of course I would go, and there she'd be, and I'd be like I can't possibly talk to her, and I never did. And she was my, but then I did with Amy Ray. She was sitting, and I was like, and I went up to her, and I was like, she was sitting down, and I was like, I just want you to know that you're like amazing, and I started to say all that shit, and she looked up for 2 seconds. She was like, oh, thanks. I looked down, and I was like, and I didn't want to be one of those people that was like, like that came at you, and I was like, I just did that. But she was not paying any attention, so it was fun. So it worked out that
she had her boundaries. You had your lack of boundaries.
I had a lack of boundaries, but she forced it upon me. It was forced upon me.
Was it?
Was it? Was it Epstein? Was it? I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Oh no! Shit! Oh no! I didn't even tell the story. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm rambly today.
We're good at this.
Yes. So
if you want our advice on how to stay on topic.
Yeah. This is going to be the advice question: is how do I stay on topic? We're going to be like. Next question.
It'll be like find a new dream. That's what I'll say.
There's another one. Yeah. Anyway, so Toby and I went to go see Lady Gaga. We had on the floors, like standing room only thing, which was really cute. And we were pretty close.
Everything about the story is gay.
It's just the gayest of all time. We were pretty close to her. He got some good pictures.
I remember,
yeah. Yeah, they're good pictures, and we were pretty close. And her guitarist used to work with my cousin Shelby, production-wise. His name was Kareem, like her guitarist for the tour. And I'd worked with him or like hung out with him and hung out with him there. And he worked with Shelby. It was just the two of them forever. And there was Kareem up there playing for Lady Gaga in a sold-out arena. I mean, I was like, oh, I worked with that dude. It was so cool.
Oh my God, I love really that. Cool. Yeah, I think that obviously you being a musician, you have a different, you have a different perspective, but it's like just as a civilian in Nashville, it's so funny to all the fucking people that you end up being like, oh, my Grammys, like, oh, I know her. Yeah. Or just or
you watch the Grammys and then you're walking around and you go to freaking not Bosco's. Oh my God, I almost said Bosco's. Bongo Java is what I was going to say. And
another
walks
very up to date reference.
Oh no, I don't do anything in Nashville anymore. I don't know anything about Nashville anymore. It's weird. It's like whenever, because people always ask me because I'll see them when I'm cruising. And the guests will be like, cruising, not cruising like bathrooms. Yeah, but that's a whole different ballgame.
But what celebrities have you seen when you were cruising?
My 20s called. I'm just kidding.
I'm here for that.
Cruising.
Yes.
Shit. What was I just talking about?
And you were seeing someone when you were cruising that was famous, maybe?
I don't know. Shit. I lost my train of thought because I got so excited about the last thing.
I'm sorry. No, I just had to make a joke about cruising for dick, and I'm sorry.
I wasn't cruising for dick. I don't know.
Now I'm just confused.
Okay. Well, I'll figure it out when we watch it again. Cheers. Cheers. Should we move along? Actually, what we should probably do is introduce ourselves. podcast is Upright and Fancy. I know we've introduced ourselves, but I don't know if we've actually said the name of the podcast, right?
I mean, you sang it.
I did sing it, but we're Upright and Fancy.
Which is if anyone is wondering, it came to Chris in a dream, which I absolutely love.
It did in Hawaii.
Yeah. And I mean, I want to live in a Hawaiian dream. And it just sounded so nice. I mean, because really, like, I think that one of the nicest compliments that one can give is just that something is fancy. Give it a little bit of special, a little bit of fairy dust.
Ooh, I feel fancy.
Yeah. And then upright, it's like, I wanted the bar to be low. It's like, we are upright. And that we should be congratulated for. We should celebrate it in our name.
Yeah. So I think that's a double entendre, maybe, I guess. I don't know if this is an entendre, but like a double meaning to that, because upright could also be in society. You're an upright citizen of society.
Like upstanding kind of a thing,
like upright, but it could also just be like, you know what? All I can say about today is that I'm upright. Like, it can also be that kind of upright.
Totally. And I love that. I love that dual meaning as well. It just was so perfect. As soon as you said it, I was like, that's it.
It's really funny.
And I'm such a picky bitch about this stuff. And I was just
You were super easy about it. I was like, you know, I have this, I literally woke up from a dream. I don't remember anything about the dream. I don't remember what I was doing in it or what was happening, but I woke up and I had the title and the theme song. And I got my phone out and I was like, upright and fancy, upright, like 6:30 in the morning, just because I was awake, and it just came to me. I don't know. Upright and fancy, fancy, upright and fancy, upright and fancy, fancy, and upright and fancy. With Chris Burke. Who?
I know. To me. And then wasn't this...
Which is hilarious.
Wasn't this when I randomly showed up at Toby's place of work with my friend Kristen?
Yeah.
And Toby was like, oh my God, Chris just got in. Let me call him and see if he'll come down here. Because I hadn't seen you in like months and months and months and months.
Yeah,
because
I hadn't seen anybody for months and months and months.
You've been living... Yes.
Everywhere else.
Yes. And so like it was just the most serendipitous day I think of my whole life. Maybe it was so lovely. Like,
funny. I love it
because like,
it was amazing.
I was able to like get away from my child, which I love her very much, but it's always a huge achievement. And to like go have a brunch with a beautiful friend, Kristen. Speaking of one of those people who are like, I know her. She's on the Grammys.
Yeah, 100%.
Kristen Weber, the most amazing. She was also...
She'll be in our show notes.
Oh my God, Kristen Weber. I mean, she is so fantastic. She's played with Dolly Parton.
I just can't wrap my head around it.
She also won Instrumentalist of the Year at the Americana Music Awards.
That's crazy. And she played with that artist, Chris
Burke. At this really exclusive wedding. For those, it's mine.
I said for hers.
And also, we were just talking about how Kyle, who was also playing with you guys at the wedding, is like Casey Musgrave's band leader. Now, it's such a wild world.
Yeah, it's funny to watch Katie Musgrave's videos and be like,
yeah.
So in Atlanta, I did these shows at Six Flags. The last year I was at Six Flags. The first couple of years were country show, 90s show, country show. And then the last year I was there, I did an outdoor show with a live band. And it was outside between June and August.
That's a no for me, dog.
On black rubber ground with zero tree or anything. It was brutal. I did 4 shows a day, half an hour each, 5 days a week, half an hour each. And after every single time, I would have to completely disrobe and put on a whole new thing. It was so brutal. But like the one nice thing was like one little like hint of a lightning bolt somewhere and we were done. Like it was like, because we had no cover.
Yeah, of course.
There was nothing to make it any safer at all.
But also like, just why not give you some cover? Like 6 flags over Georgia. How about like 6 canopies over Chris Burke? So he does not just get heat stroke trying to entertain you people.
Well, I was young and in shape and didn't care and didn't need 8 gallons of water every day because I'm an old man. Anyway, the wraparound back to the previous conversation was that a guitarist of mine in that band then went on to play for me. He backed me up for a little while, and he was great and like such a good guy, and he was super super good. I moved here, and he is Zach Brown's right hand man.
Oh wow!
From the very beginning, he is his second hand man. But anyway, that somehow went back to your story.
Yeah, no, it's just there are all of these amazingly talented people in our midst, and also
Kevin Bacon, seven shades of Kevin Bacon. What is that game?
7 degrees.
Yes, not 7 shades.
I mean, I would like to shade Kevin Bacon 7 ways. I'm not a.
You're not a fan.
For some reason I don't know what it is, but anyway.
I used to be. Anyway.
Yes. You used to be. What happened?
No, I mean nothing happened. He didn't really do anything that much anymore. I'm a fan.
I am
a fan of Kevin Bacon right here. This dude. I'm just saying it.
Shout it out.
Kevin Sausage is even better. If you know sausage and bacon. Anyway.
Okay. This is. I think it's time for
breakfast
fishbowl.
meats. Yes. Okay, let's do fishbowl.
I think so.
Yay, fishbowl! Fishbowl. We should have a theme song just for the fishbowl. Mm-hmm. That wasn't it though, but we should do something like that.
Yeah, I think that I would like to give the fishbowl a little moment on the mic. Fishbowl, introduce yourself.
ASMR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's Chris drinking. You're welcome. So I think maybe you should pick first. Okay. Fishbowl, by the way, is just when we pick random pieces of paper out of a candy dish and then ask each other some questions for your delight.
Questions or topics or words. So you can have word association. Ideas. Things. Topics. Mm-hmm. This might be simple. Favorite cuss word?
Ooh.
Good one.
Definitely motherfucker.
You think motherfucker?
It's just so... it's so satisfying. Like, I don't love, the idea of, mothers have been through a lot. They don't necessarily, but the
etymology is that the root of a word, a study of a word or whatever.
Yeah, I just like there are just some word. Also, I love this will really disappoint some people, but I really love God damn it. And I was like, motherfucker, god damn it. Like that
it's a solid combo.
It's really nice. But I curse more than I should. And I'm at that point where my daughter's 3 and she is not quite repeating things that we say yet. And I'm about to get to that point where we've got to cut it off. Yeah. But it's just, I don't know how to do it because I just really enjoy it. It adds a little spice, adds a little flavor.
Sure does.
What about you? What's your favorite?
So I have a couple answers to this. First of all, I think my most used one, and therefore maybe the most what gets the popular vote, is more fuck. Yeah. It just feels good. Fuck. Yeah. Or fuck. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's
yes.
It's like an upgraded shit.
Oh, for sure. Way better than shit. Oh, yeah.
So I think, but the other side of that coin is that I also really like inventive ones, like taint breath. You know what I mean?
Taint breath?
Or I'm now I'm just thinking of not cuss words. Yeah, no cuss words. Things like Kelly Clarkson. Those things.
Shots fired.
But what was the movie with John Schneider? Oh crap. Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo.
Oh my god!
And he went out on a date with this. I think it was Amy Sedaris. I'm probably wrong.
Such a blur in my mind, but I'm sure you're right.
He was going out with women that didn't There were ones that whatever. One was super tall, and they were like, "That's one tall bitch," out on the side. And one of them had Tourette's, and she was just like, those cuss words were the best in the whole world. She's like, "Nut hair," or it's all these expletives that are super creative and fun. And I feel like,
oh my God, I hope this is Amy Sedaris. People are probably screaming. The 2 people listening are screaming. Are like, of course this is Amy Sedaris,
or of course it's not, and you're dumb.
There are a few people who I would rather see improvise Tourette's cuss words than Amy Sedaris.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Right? It seems like it fits. Maybe that's why it's in my head.
there are just some things that she says that I refuse to stop repeating, even if they don't make sense to other people. Like there's a moment on Broad City where she's like a very cracked out realtor showing people New York City apartments, and she's like, "Where isn't the bathroom?" And all the time I just say, "Where isn't the bathroom?"
That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
I've never heard that before, but that is amazing. Where isn't the bathroom? Is going to be the name of this episode. This is where it came from right here. Episode 3. Where isn't the bathroom? Kathy Griffin one time said she landed in Afghanistan or something like that, and she walked out and she was like, "Oh, who farted?" And you're like, "Oh, Afghanistan farted." Like, or it wasn't Afghanistan. It was another place like that, and she landed and it was like, well, what was that? The country.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, it's only right, as we have farted in Afghanistan so many times.
Do you think that's what that is? Our own United States methane or whatever comes out of us, or is that just cows?
I feel like we might be, there are many times that we are hoisted on our own petard or whatever that phrase is.
Hoisted is a great word. I meant to hold.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Grab whatever you want.
Ooh, whatever.
Grab whatever you want.
Put that leg behind your head again. All right.
I'm just kidding. I can't believe I was actually able to do it.
You did it. Okay. Ooh, best concert you've ever seen.
This is such a first date.
This is.
Speed dating question.
I know. I feel like.
Best concert?
Best concert.
It's funny. I don't really remember. I mean, I remember. I don't know. Like when I was younger, Bonnie Raitt was. I didn't mean to just jump on it, but I saw Bonnie Raitt and it was really great. And my cousin was the promoter in Birmingham for the big thing. So we would always have the best seats. And we saw James Taylor, Bonnie Raitt. We went back and...
You were such a lesbian.
I know. Melissa Etheridge.
Oh my God.
No shit. Indigo Girls.
Kidding.
I am literal... I'm a lesbian.
Sometime I have to tell you about this parrot that my friend's stepmom has that used to be Melissa Etheridge's parrot named Boo. I think I just did.
Only one.
My God.
Just the only one. Is all you hear from that parrot.
I fucking parrots. What? I mean, sorry, parrot people. It's just not.
Disclaimer to the parrot people.
I feel like maybe that if I actually drew irrational fear, it would be of birds.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I kind of get it. I mean, they're gross and hardcore.
Yeah. I had a dream. I had an idea for a movie, like a horror movie, but instead of the bird, it's just the bird, and the tagline is it only takes one.
Yeah. There's one outside
just this bird that drives you crazy.
Yeah.
And anyway.
That's funny. Yeah.
That has everything to do with the best concert you've ever seen.
Yeah, totally. Well, I think I got this on the wrong.
Okay.
But it's funny. I remember concerts, but I don't really go see things anymore. We saw Fancy Haygood, and he was so great. And we saw Ruby one time at the High Watt. That used to be a venue, right? The High Watt.
Oh, yeah.
Saw Ruby there, and it was incredible. We saw Rachel Lampa play with, you probably don't even know who Rachel Lampa is, but she was incredible. She still is doing Christian music, but you can't even believe her. She's like Christina Aguilera. She can do stuff with her voice.
Oh my God.
I specifically didn't say shit because she's a Christian artist. Is that weird? That I literally just said didn't say shit just now because Rachel Lampa. Is that funny to self-judge like that?
Self-police at that time. I mean, I feel like you are... I think that the ship has sailed. If she's listening, she's already offended.
There's a lot of cuss words because actually our favorite thing was. Our last.
I just said, "God damn it, motherfucker."
True. But it's just funny that I self-policed even in that moment. But
I think that you're just being respectful. You're a respectful Southern boy, and I appreciate that about you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's very hard. I've been having a bit of a live music renaissance after COVID and motherhood and blah blah blah. I just have not. I have been.
I think I know your answer.
What
for best concert ever?
How predictable do you think I
am? Go ahead. I totally know.
No, it's so hard because it's best concert ever is a very different question than best recent concert. But it's I just
as a whole concert too. Yeah.
Yes, I know it's so hard. I have to say that, oh my God, and they're also different, like, sizes of venues and things like that. And so it's just a very, like, I feel like there need to be more caveats.
I know.
But I think one of the best concerts I ever saw was my bestie Emily and I, out right after college, we saw Radiohead right after Kid A came out. And we were just idiots that, like, drove all night to get there in the morning because it was general admission. And we, like, camped out. We didn't bring any, like, water or snacks. It's like Georgia summer. I
was probably singing while you were doing that. Yeah.
And anyway, we were just like fully like, you know, like heat exhaustion, dehydrated, and you have to like run to the stage to get your anyway, like Beta Band opened, and then like Radiohead was just so fantastic, and we were so close. And like Johnny Greenwood like winked at me, and I was just like, I feel so alive right now. And then
I'm so alive.
And
that's an amazing alive too. When you're young like that, and you see, I mean, like to see something like that is just such a great high. It's it's a super high. And
then, oh my God. Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, shit. Light. All right. Well, that happened before. We're going to leave that alone.
Yeah, there's so many. Janelle Monáe this year, unbelievable. Beyonce, I mean, seen her a few times, and that's just another tier stadium show. But as far as like the, oh my God, yes. Cool. Basically, I'm not really answering this question well, but instead I'm just finding fault with the question.
That's, I mean, you know, when we are critiques as well as Upright and Fancy. You know. Yeah,
I mean, I'm. Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. I've gotta find fault with everything till I die.
Mm-hmm. Cheers! I'm kidding. Okay, so I have to. I'll go back, and I think my favorite one ever. We went and saw Sarah Bareilles. Her first album had come out, and I was still am a huge fan, but at the time she was like number one for me.
You're such a lesbian. I just love it. Lesbian.
But I'm also a gay dude because they love Sarah Bareilles as well. But it was after the first thing, and actually right after her first EP, I sent her a MySpace message because like Love Song and stuff had come out, but it hadn't hit big yet, and I was obsessed. And I sent her a MySpace message, and I was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know that you're a total inspiration, and I love your music, and I just think you're fantastic, and I just wanted to let you know, like just gush, which I never do. I just never do it. And she wrote me back, and she was like, this really made my day, and thank you so much. And I can't get into my MySpace thing to fact check that, but
call Tom, see if he can get you in.
I think like I went in, and I don't know, I tried again. I tried to get up in there, and it was not happening. But anyway, so we went and saw, God, rambling man, went and saw Sarah Bareilles at the Ryman, which if you've ever seen a show at the Ryman, if you've never seen one at the Ryman, you should. It doesn't matter what it is. Actually,
it does kind of matter what it is.
I mean, it matters, but like
there's some fucked up shows there.
Yeah, I guess it matters. Never mind. Listen to her, not me. I don't do Nashville anymore. So, Marc Broussard opened up for Sarah Bareilles, and Marc Broussard had clearly been on the road and perfected and like been doing it for it just sounded like he'd been doing it for his whole life, and it was his opener. I mean, I love Sarah Bareilles, and it was an incredible show. It truly was. But Marc Broussard was the best I think I've ever seen. It was and he didn't even do much. You know, he just kind of stood there and he like was into it. But the sound, the band, his voice is redonk. It's one of my favorite male voices for sure.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, I will play you some. We will send back and forth like I sent you Martika.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I saw Valerie June at Third and Lindsley a long time ago when she had this, it was a full band show. She's been doing a lot of just, like, intimate solo sets, which are also amazing. But it's, like, a full band show. She had this gold sequin jumpsuit, which is, it was, like, I have never seen anyone, like, that just seemed like she was so much, like, from another world, like someone who's like ethereal, celestial, all the things. It was just like
from another planet.
Yes,
an alien.
You are a beautiful alien that I'm so privileged to be in the presence of.
So fun. It's just an amazing thing to me when somebody. This is going to be woo woo, but transcends Like when you see someone and you're like, dang, that's just who they are.
Yeah.
We're getting a full. This is a moment because they're letting us know who they are. I love that.
Yeah. I feel like there's just something that is unique is just incredibly. I mean, to say something unique being incredibly rare is a very silly sentence.
Profound. Yeah, no, I love that.
Profound. I'm very smart, y'all.
I love it. I love it. I would have just for a second been like, that was deep.
I
for
just,
real. It sounded deep as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounded good. I know exactly why you said it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm team you, for sure.
The other day I was cleaning the kitchen and I just thought about how this asshole in my high school honors English class used to call me Captain Obvious because we know people would talk about the themes of the literature and I would say things and my teacher was like, yes, I think that's great. And then he'd be like, Captain Obvious.
What?
Like,
that's rude.
So rude. But then I had an interpretation of Camus' The Stranger that my English teacher had never heard before.
Ooh.
And he did not say it then. But anyway, I think he is a doctor now.
It was
and I'm
less
not.
obvious. Well,
but basically, I'm, you know what? I'm just gonna say things as they occur to me.
Yeah, me
and
too.
people can
as they occur to me.
As they occur to me.
Okay.
And
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Should we go on to advice?
probably. I don't even know what I was saying, so it doesn't.
Okay. Because if you do, please continue.
No. We should go on to advice.
Okay.
Okay. So we have.
I hope everyone's having a nice time. I'm certainly having a nice time.
I'm so absolutely tickled that you are here.
I know.
And if you.
I'm tickled as well.
And if you find us entertaining, I just am so. It's just my life is maybe not meaningless. It's great. I'm so happy.
It adds meaning.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly does. It's like the lettuce and tomato on your burger life. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know. I think I lost the plot on that one. I started that and about halfway through I was like, wait, on a burger? I wonder what I meant by that. But okay. So I'm sorry. On to the advice portion.
So
of Upright and Fancy.
This is really. I think my friend misunderstood the
assignment.
Yes, it was. I said advice about anything, and this is a would you rather. So not really advice, but
it's valid.
But yeah, I mean maybe. You know what? He just moved. This may be something that he's wrestling with in his current life. Would you rather be married to Mahatma Gandhi for a year or play spin the bottle with Harvey Weinstein?
Oh! Wait, so I have to ask about a specific with it because if you play spin the bottle, you're playing with other people too. It's not you. It's not only you and Harvey. So and how long do you have to play spin the bottle? Because if you only have to play spin the bottle one time versus a full year, Mahatma, I don't even know Mahatma except that he makes good red beans and rice.
Oh my God, no!
Mahatma,
please no, please no.
I am so dumb. I used to love. We found a grocery store ticket a long time ago, from a long time ago, and it said Mahatma red bean, but like Mahatma was in. This was when I was in college. Or whatever. It was like capitalized Mahatma, and it said Mahatma red bean. Like it was just so funny to me. I mean, I probably was enjoying various intoxicants at the time, but it was really funny to me. Anyway, so if you for a whole year you would just get to go Mahatma, and so that might be worth it to you. But he also did really enjoy sharing the bed with very, very young girls in order to like test himself, which is like there's a lot there. I mean, obviously important legacy, all the things. Yeah. But I don't know if I would want a year. Yeah, it's funny when we're talking about this and through this lovely question, thank you, Anonymous. I don't think I know much about this human being. Mahatma Gandhi? I mean, sorta. You know what I mean? But like, was that his first? Is that his first name? He was like a good dude. I don't know. Oh my god. Was that his first name? Yes, that was his first name. I mean, I in no way want to present myself as an expert. Yeah, well, Gandhi, I definitely don't want to either. But
I mean, yes, you especially should.
I especially. I especially should not.
Hunger strikes in India. There was a very.
Sure. Yeah, see,
there's a movie with Bing Kingsley.
Yeah. No, I know. Like I know about him.
Okay.
I just don't know his. I don't know a whole lot about him.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to laugh.
I know of him. Yeah. I don't
know her.
I don't know her. Is he affiliated with the Dalai Lama? Except for looking sort of similar?
The Dalai Lama is like, reincarnate. So I'm sure that he interacted with some version of the Dalai Lama.
Because he came to speak at Emory one time.
Did he suck on his tongue?
My a cappella group opened up for him.
Oh, really?
The Dalai Lama. And Bill Clinton.
Okay.
And Al Gore. And Jerry Springer. Shut up. We opened up for Jerry Springer at one point. I'm sorry. I don't want to derail it. We're still talking about that.
I'm trying to talk about my
Mahatma Gandhi.
The squandary, and you're just derailing us to boost your own ego. No,
I'm like inflating it. No, go ahead.
I feel like yes, like when you said Mahatma Gandhi, you weren't really quite aware. I was thinking of it. It was reminding me of when I was working at a bookstore, and my friend Tasha, who she just went to public school in Texas, but like literally she didn't know about the Holocaust. I just made a joke about the Holocaust, and she was like, "What? Say what?" And it's like, and it was not a joke. It was really like she did not learn about the Holocaust in school. And it's just but like it was the Holocaust in that moment. I think it was like maybe 2009, 2010 was new information in the back of a bookstore in Nashville, Tennessee.
I mean, it's not necessarily information you want to ever I wonder if it's like tonsils, where if you take them out as a kid, it's not that bad. But as an adult, it's like the worst thing ever. Like if you're young and you hear about the Holocaust, it might not be that bad. But as an adult, I wonder if her world was just destroyed.
Bad. As a kid, I mean, I remember...
It was pretty bad as a kid. I remember my friend, my girlfriend at the time, played Anne Frank in the diary of Anne Frank at her school or whatever.
Always name dropping. Yeah, you're always a social climber. I feel like, basically...
Social climber honor is more like it.
So, Mahatma Gandhi...
Yes.
We can have a time where we sit down with the Wikipedia.
Yeah.
But, I think important... Mm-hmm. In a lot of ways, also.
I think you're skirting the actual question, which was, do you want Mahatma Gandhi for a year, or to play with Harvey Weinstein?
Okay, you just.
I just wanted to.
For the listeners, I would just like to say
that weird throaty sound.
Spin the bottle. The game of spin the bottle got turned into cock in mouth. I mean, Harvey Weinstein, I hear that I hear that he moves quickly. So, if you don't have your like armor on, it may. But I think that for me, spin the bottle is a fun and fleeting game, and I would probably choose spin the bottle with Harvey Weinstein. And if one of us happened to spin on the other, then I probably would use it as an opportunity to like bite his mouth in some way. Ooh. Because it would be,
Lifetime movie much? What? The biter?
And so it would just make him pull away very quickly. Also, at one point, we were playing Spin the Bottle. One of my... I lived in a house with a million other people at one point in college, and we had these stupid fun parties, and there was one point where it was a huge game of Spin the Bottle. Someone's mom was also a part of it.
Oh.
But like, it was, but at one point I believe I maybe drank to the point where I don't totally remember, but I'm told that I just got up on a chair and was like, if you're not willing to kiss someone of the same gender, if you spin on them, then get out of the game.
You were so hardcore. That's amazing.
And I just was like, I guess it was like after like the second boy was like, well, that's another boy, and I was like, fuck that, kiss.
I mean, as a young gay boy, you would have been the person I would want to play Spin the Bottle with, because I would want to kiss old Ricardo or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, whatever other dude was there, and you're like, oh, I want to kiss him straight. I'm like, well, if it lands on you, then it's the rules.
If it lands on you, it lands on you. But also, it's
it landed on... Wait.
The girls were kissing each other, and like, you know.
Yeah, but that's always more socially. That's always been more socially.
I know
accepted.
exactly, and I'm here to be a revolutionary.
Yeah. So I don't know if you are the correct age for it, but when Truth or Dare came out,
Madonna's Truth or Dare,
it was the first time, and I talked to Toby about this too, and I think it was his too. It's the first time I ever saw two normal, and I don't know, I don't really know when that, we should fact check this and see what the year came out and how old I was, but it's the first time I'd seen two guys kiss, and it was like two regular, actually not just regular, like hot dudes kiss. I'd never seen that before, because it's always gay characters in shows and movies were always like a little frumpy.
They have to be non-threatening
and non-sexual, and like, I mean, and I adored them and I loved them, but it just wasn't ever like that. So that was the first time I saw that, and I have to say,
did you just immediate erection?
I mean, it was immediate something. Yes. I may have needed a clean pair of shorts.
I was gonna
you know what I'm saying? Just kidding. No, but talking about two guys kissing, it's like with Spin the Bottle and Harvey Weinstein. It was overwhelming, and I talked to him, and actually, you know what's funny? Another similar thing like that. I'm sorry. So the first time I ever saw an adult guy's butt on TV or whatever was on a video for Billy Joel's song called Allentown, and they're like in a factory, and he's in a shower, and he's got dirt all over him, so you can't really see. But then he's naked. Like, you when you see it, you see it. And I didn't think anybody else in the whole world would have ever noticed. I just was like, oh my God. I thought I was the only one. Andy Cohen mentioned it on one of his things where he was like, that song was the first time I saw a dude's butt. And I was like, shut up, me too.
Oh my God, what a special thing to share.
It was a special thing. We also shared around the same birthday. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you had that. I don't remember the first time I saw a man's butt.
Yeah, I do. Okay. I'm sure it meant something different to me.
But I would really love it if I was playing Spin the Bottle with Harvey Weinstein, if he landed on another dude that and just forcing him to, just being like, what's the problem, Harvey? Well, then you gotta get out!
Yeah.
Get out!
What's the problem, Weinstein?
Yeah. I love how hardcore I was.
I love it too. I love that story. I feel like that's very much that's set the stage for a lot of you. You know what I mean? I feel like that's sort of like, this is what's happening.
We were having a great time.
I love that.
And at one point, I remember there was a game of Spin the Bottle. We didn't have a bottle, and we were looking for one, and then someone just from behind just produced this giant like rawhide dog bone and was like, spin the bone. Oh, I remember exactly what party this was, because my friend had an eye patch on. It was a Masks and Tails party. That was our theme. And and she had this eye patch on, and then she took off her eye patch and put it on one end of the giant dog bone and was like that. And we were all like, okay. Wow. Anyway.
Looking like a big dog bone match.
Yeah, I mean, it was I just love how everyone just went with it. It was this beautiful collaboration.
Yeah. Those are the best.
We had our fun. I feel like it is most important to make your own fun, because this is a wild world.
We had themed parties as well in college. I had a couple called Bears Who Dare when I was
Bears Who Dare?
So my friends Erica and Emery and Angela all lived in this one house, and Maya. Angela wasn't with them. They lived with Angela the year before. This is totally exciting information. Erica, Maya, and Anne-Marie all lived in this house, and they had parties that were epic in college. Everybody went to it. They got this huge house that they rented right near everything. Like, it was on a big, heavy intersection, and there was all this room to park. Like, I don't know. It was like, it was magical.
The Holy Grail.
It was the Holy Grail. And I hung out there all the time. Like, Maya and Erica especially were my best friends. Erica and I still are very close. She has a freaking PhD in critical theory.
Ooh.
Yes. She's every Republican's biggest nightmare. An amazing, beautiful lesbian, the smartest person you've ever known in your whole life. Now she's got like kind of short, lesbian hair. I love you, Miss Erica, but it is lesbian hair. And she I mean, she's killing it. Anyway, so they lived there, and the parties that we had were like that they had were Bears Who Dare, Trailer Trash. There were other ones that I can't think of. But
tell me about Bears Who Dare.
It was a Valentine's party, and you could, however much you wanted to show, you could.
I really okay.
Did you think BEAR?
Yes, in my mind, I was like, "This is the."
I was gay, but not that gay yet.
But I was wondering because I was like, okay. At first, I thought bear gay, and then I was like, but these are girls throwing it. Maybe it's about daring bears. Everyone just dresses up as the bear that they would dare to be.
Yeah.
We had some of our themes were that stupid. Like we had a "Come as You Aren't" party. Where literally like whatever you're not.
Oh my god, another show title. Come as You Aren't is amazing.
Somebody came with like a Christmas tree, and like the most amazing thing when we were like brainstorming for what we should be, like someone would say something, we're like, yeah, you're not a Christmas tree. Like very affirming. We had a good time.
I love smart dumb.
Yes.
Like I feel like Jim Carrey embodied that for like a decade. He was the smartest dumbass you ever saw, and that shit is funny to me.
Yes. Smart.
Really well placed.
I mean, that's really what we're going for, I think, here at Upright and Fancy. I think we're a little bit smart, a little bit dumb, a little bit fancy. And oh my god, so
did we answer the question?
Did you decide? Did you make your decision?
Oh no, I didn't, because we went off on the tangent of me not knowing who Gandhi was. I mean, I know who Gandhi is, but that was when the Mahatma
doth protest too much.
Yes,
I think you're just thinking about rice and beans.
I was just thinking about rice and beans. Mahatma red bean. But so let's see. I think I would play spin the bottle because the chances are A, it's not going to land on him and me together, and B, that he's going to want to kiss me at all or whatever. Like, what are you supposed to do in spin the bottle? You kiss somebody? Is that right?
Wait, what else would there be?
I don't know. I mean, give him a handy. I don't know. Like if I don't have to look at him, I guess I'm just kidding.
This is not. We're not talking about glory holes.
Spin the bottle. Oh Lord, no! I wouldn't want to put my mouth anywhere near anything of his. But like what I'm saying is,
you'd rather take the chance.
I'd rather take the chance because chances are, even if it lands on him, he's going to be like.
But what if this year with Mahatma Gandhi, you go back in time, you marry Mahatma Gandhi for a year. It's a scandalore. It's like gay married Mahatma Gandhi, but you get endless Mahatma red beans and rice.
No.
And
I don't know.
He's not much of an eater, so
is he packing?
I really don't.
Does he have money?
No.
I mean, like, I'm old now.
This is amazing.
So, like,
these are amazing questions about Mahatma Gandhi.
If it could, like, I mean, if like, I could still, have, like, hang out with him and just, like, be the trophy wife of Mahatma Gandhi and get all the, like, lavishes of the money and whatever. I mean, I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. Miss Gandhi. I mean, not Gandhi. Miss Mahatma. Is that my new drag name? Miss Gandhi?
Please no. I'm pleased beyond measure with your just genuine stream of consciousness about your questions. Oh my god. Okay, so we both choose spin the bottle.
Yeah.
So that was really great advice. Oh no.
Oh boy, that was loud.
We got some sirens.
That was I clutched my pearls on that one. We had lightning yesterday. Yesterday it was 60 degrees in the day. I went for a run, came back, had a very sweet little life coaching thing, which we can talk about next time. And then by the end of the hour of my Zoom call with these ladies, it was 30 degrees outside and has been 30 something degrees. Nashville is bonkers. Nashville makes no sense. I'm sorry. So you were saying, jumped the gun once again.
How dare I? Well, I think what I was trying to say, before I was so rudely interrupted with this moment of climate crisis. What was I saying? Okay, there are things that we were trying to do with the thing, and I was going to say something about that thing. And
I mean, it seems clear to me.
Yeah,
I'll say sure.
Sure. No. Okay.
That's my answer.
Sure. Oh, no. It was about, okay. So that question was not a typical advice question. So
although I appreciated it, and think outside the box. Send us uprightandfancy@gmail.com.
Yes, if you have an advice question, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, one question we got that I was going to bring up is how many plants is too many plants? That's a valid question.
That's a valid question that we clearly do not know the limit to.
I think it's really just go for it, like full, like where the wild things are. The ceiling hangs with vines 100%. As long as it's not damaging your home. Go for it. But if you're wondering what we think, because obviously we're really good at life, obviously we're just incredibly smart and have a great sense of world history. we stand up for the justice of people kissing whoever they land on, no matter the sex.
Truth or Dare, which then took us to Truth or Dare? No, it didn't take us to Truth or Dare. No.
But we are wonderful people that you would love for us to give you advice. Yeah. I know. And so please.
Why not? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, and you can email us at uprightandfancy@gmail.com. We also have an Instagram
at gmail.com. Oh yeah,
we have slide into our DMs.
And by the time you see this or hear this, we will also have everything on Spotify, everything on any podcast app or anything that you consume your podcast. It'll be all over that. iTunes. Do people do iTunes? Apple Music. The podcast app.
Separate. Yeah.
But we'll be everywhere. And YouTube. And we will have a YouTube channel as well. And I don't have it yet, but I'm hoping that it's upright and fancy.
There will be at least one person that watches this right now. We're looking at the camera, and we love you.
Love you.
Thank you. I mean, we're really having a great time. If you couldn't tell, and we are glad you're our friend.
We are at an hour, and does that mean that we are actually going to end this on time?
Well,
did you have something else?
Well, the last thing was just the upright or uptight, because we haven't really gotten to that yet.
Oh yeah.
So we were thinking about ending the show with saying something that we feel good about or bad about, either upright or uptight. And it was upright and fancy or uptight and angry.
Yeah. You like that's our measurement. You're either upright and fancy or uptight and angry.
So we talked about we're right at an hour, so we may just want to finish. But
let's do a quick round, a lightning round of what are up.
I think we talked about doing saying something that made us upright and something that made us uptight. Do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start because I have one for both, and I will try to keep this. I have been called verbose.
Ooh.
I am a talker, so I'm going to try to simmer it down. I'm loquacious. Oh my God, that should be my new.
Yes!
That's my new drag.
There you go.
Loquacious Epiphany Chanteuse. Or Epiphany Loquacious Chanteuse. That's what it is. Epiphany's my first name, of course. So I have one that goes for both of them, because you on the last podcast told me about a podcast called You're Wrong About Tanya Harding. And I made the reference that Mr. Pibb is to Dr. Pepper as Tanya Harding is to Nancy Kerrigan. I have had the pleasure of watching last podcast, so all of this is fresh in my head.
Yep.
So I listened to 2.5 hours of Tanya Harding, You're Wrong About, and it was so enlightening, and it was amazing, but I feel both upright and fancy and uptight and angry about that one whole thing in 94. We can talk about that more next time, but I remember when it was one of those moments in my life that you remember exactly what you I don't remember exactly when it happened, but I remember the time in my life having to do with that. That was a big part of your life for a while. If you if you're around it, you were 10 years younger than me, so maybe you were a little too young for it to but anyway, we can talk about it later. That's my upright and uptight combo. I think that's
perfect. I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't know how you were going to stick the landing. But
it was a triple axle.
It sure was.
Yeah. I very much was worried about sticking the landing on that as well.
But you did.
So thank you.
You did.
I made a roundabout.
Like Mama Tanya. I mean, I think that it's just very, I don't know. It's it is so nice to be able to have that, like, that thing that's so easily accessible to, like, if you were curious about Tonya Harding, you have this absolute perfect, beautiful 2.5 hours of educational and also, like, informative, compassionate, like...
It was compassionate, and it was objective.
Funny, yes.
It was objective. Like, it gave you the information, like information should be given. Mm-hmm. Like this just happened.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I want more of that.
Yes.
So.
Well, keep listening to You're Wrong About.
Yeah.
They
you cannot speak enough about it. It was amazing. I've heard them before at some point, but that was the first real one.
Yeah. I think for me, let's see. I'm trying to, in order to be concise, I'm trying to also consolidate into one.
Sure.
And I think I am maybe Gypsy Rose Blanchard is a good.
Ooh, it is a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one of both.
Because I am upright and fancy that this girl is out of prison, living her best life. Like, she is articulate, she's thoughtful, she seems to be in love, she is like...
She likes Dr. Pepper! Wasn't that in that first picture, she had a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper?
Did you hear?
Yes, and her first selfie, it was a 12-pack of Dr. Peppers back there. Yeah, fuck Mr. Pibb, it was Dr. Peppers.
If you get out of prison, you are not getting a Mr.
Can you imagine
if
it was a 12-pack of Mr. Pibb? Okay, would that have been your up... tight and angry if she had Mr. Pibb? No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That wouldn't anger me more than what has happened, what befell her by her mother. Also, I really think that, like, if you are having a little baby in a hospital and they say, what's this little baby's name? And they have you fill out the form and you say Gypsy Rose, naming them after, like, a famously, like, manipulated child, like, by, specifically manipulated by her mother, and in, like, really, kind of proportions that made for a wonderful, like, Broadway show and musical.
Yeah.
Like,
or a Lifetime movie.
Yes, like, perhaps they should just,
things
like,
that you
roll the
wouldn't
baby
believe.
away and say, okay, well, sorry, I think this is a Barbara. And
I think maybe you should try again.
And I just, there are, red flag just seems like an understatement. No. But, like, just the fact that there are so many, like, I'm enjoying hearing, what she has to say at this point in her life. Yeah. But, like, there are so many, like, there's always a section of the interview where the interviewee is like, do you feel bad about what you've done? Or,
Interviewer.
Yes.
Interviewer. Okay.
You were correct. Well, I was the interviewer.
It just came out of my mouth. It wasn't because it was correct. I was like, wait, interviewer?
But there's just, like, I don't know. It almost seems like just obligatory shaming. Some kind of, like, just, like, please please self-flagellate for us. Totally. If, like, you've had this horrible experience, and like, where you were literally, like, you didn't get to have a life. You had your real fine teeth pulled out of your head by medical professionals. You could walk but had to sit in a wheelchair. You were drugged up beyond measure just to, like, it was just, like, and then, like, she doesn't need to apologize. Like,
well, the beautiful thing is she's completely clean about everything.
Yes.
Everything that comes out of her mouth is exactly what happened at the time.
And I mean, like, she speaks about it beautifully. I feel like she has incredibly. He
always says, was that prison in Harvard? Like, why is she so well spoken?
She is so unbelievably eloquent and, like, She clearly has had quite a glow up, and I'm very glad that there is some prison experience that can be rehabilitative, or, well, that's not. In the judicial system. Because we're not good at that in America. Yeah, we just ruin people further in prison. But yeah, I would just say my tight and angry. I couldn't think about the word, because I'm very smart. What makes me uptight and angry is just that there are so many people that just feel like, as just the person looking across at her from, like, the, across the table at her, they just feel entitled to sort of like just like, okay, well, now we have to sort of rake you over the coals about this, or like, you need to like, what is your mea culpa?
Yeah.
And it's just like, she doesn't owe anyone an explanation.
No,
one is perfect.
She's pretty upfront about that. To me, a more interesting interview would be one that does not talk about that at all. At least not bring up the murder part of it, Well,
yeah, and especially the accountability for the...
As long as she died. She died. Yeah,
but at the same time, like, are we really like... Are we sad that her mother is no longer in this world? And like, sure, like no one is perfect, but also it's like, well, couldn't she go to the cops? Like, she had been seeing like all the authority figures in her life completely buying into her mother's narrative, like taking out her perfectly good teeth because her mother insisted on it. Like,
you just believed it.
Why would you trust any authority figure? And so, I mean, you also want a ton of pills, and the only thing that you have where you can beat yourself is the internet. Like, it doesn't. Yeah. I mean, I just feel like she doesn't owe anything to anybody
at all. She doesn't. Like, and she deserves however long she's able to cash in on it. She deserves it. She deserves all of it. And I think that was a fantastic upright and uptight mash.
Thank
and
you.
A fantastic generational, iconic celebrity moment, but 30 years apart or 40 years apart, right? With Tanya, no. Yeah, Tanya was the 90s, so 30 years apart. 94.
Yeah, and like they're,
It was actually 94, yeah. But they're kind of similar, which was my senior year in high school. That's why I remember it so much. But they're kind of similar beings, that they were kind of wronged, and then, I don't know.
There were a lot of, obviously there were a lot of class things with both of them, but I feel like I don't know. I can imagine them like embracing. Mm-hmm. I feel I would love to see that picture. Tanya Harding and Gypsy Rose embracing.
Me too.
I don't know. Maybe that's what we'll dream about tonight. Yeah. And I hope you've enjoyed this episode and you've enjoyed our takes on all of these things. I love you so much, Chris.
I love you too. I've had the best time ever, and as Carra said, I hope that you have as well.
And email us your questions. You can also record a voice memo. Email that, and your voice can be featured if you would like.
Featured.
And we have all kinds of fun ideas. And if you have any fun ideas for us, let us know.
Yeah.
Get in on the ground floor, everybody, because we're going to the top.
Any commentary is welcome commentary.
That's not true.
Okay, that's not true. But give it to us. Let us know what you want.
Give it to us.
Yeah. Yeah, look at all these things that we have to talk about. I mean, there's so many in there wackadoodle. Which is a new breed of dog, by the way. I'm just kidding.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh, shibboleths.
So, I feel like we've really done our work here.
We've done the upright and the fancy. Mm-hmm. Yes. Cheers.
And
Mom.
And I love you so. I
love you so. I love you
gentle
so.
Listener.
We will see you in episode 4.
Yes, we will.
Yay, that was so fun. Boink.